Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is James and thank you for uh, basically hitting the thumbnail, etc. Okay, let's just get straight into this. I'm not playing games here. Okay, now here we go. This whole video is about, well, you can call it quantum jumping, law of attraction techniques, etc. for manifestation. Okay, now what I'd like to tell you from the beginning is that I need you to subscribe and hit like if you like the video, and basically the reason why I want you to do that is because this is a new channel, relatively new, and I need subscribers. Okay, now if you don't want to subscribe or whatever, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you in a nutshell. Piss off. Just exit right now. I don't need you. Okay? I need people who are going to watch this video and subscribe because I need this channel monetized. Okay? And that's the bottom line from me. Okay? Now you might ask yourself, hey, this guy's got a video up about law of attraction techniques. Well, I'll tell you something very important about law of attraction techniques, right? You've basically, you've got to have a lot of forgiveness in your heart, etc. You can't live in a toxic environment. Now, I currently live in a toxic environment. I'm an Australian and I don't live in Australia. I live in another country and it's basically hell on earth. And I don't really want to be here, but I've got to be here. So I do practice what I preach, and I have done that in the past and been successful. I have written books about law of attraction, but currently, because I'm in this toxic environment, uh, I can't really do law of attraction. But today I'm going to teach you law of attraction. I've written books about the subject. I know a hell of a lot about it. So let's get on with this. Now, law of attraction techniques should be based on the laws of the universe. Now, there are laws in this universe, okay? There's basically quantum laws and physics laws, right? Physics is old hat. Basically, physics is, basically 1 and 1 equals 2. It's just basic. And Albert Einstein, he was basically a 1 + 1 = 2 type of guy. He couldn't deal with, basically the quantum realm because uh, it just, it, it basically made a fool of what he was preaching, in regard to physics. And he just couldn't deal with it. But I'm not here to run around bagging him and calling him a lunatic, you know. But he should have come to grips with a lot of things, but he just couldn't, you know. In a lot of ways, I think he was looking for self-gratification. But anyway, I have read that somewhere. But anyway, law of attraction techniques should be based on the laws of the universe, and there are laws in this universe, and I'm telling you here and now, they're quantum based. Now, manifestation using visualization is a way to reinvent yourself. You need to have love in your heart. Now, you've got to have a lot of love in your heart and forgiveness. You've got to forgive everyone and everything uh, that you dislike in your life. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone. So if basically, someone that killed someone, you've got to forgive them, okay? And everything, I'm talking about animals, plants, dogs, like everything. You've just basically got to love them in your heart and forgive them, okay? Uh, And you need, and this is important, you need to throw the past in the trash or bin. Now, that really needs a comma there. Okay. So we'll just say that again. You need to throw the past in the trash / bin. So starting from today, using my technique, which is basically 4 steps, you've, and you can start today because I'm going to teach you the whole thing. You need to throw the past in the trash bin. You know, very, very important. Look, I'll talk about that more in a moment. Also, you need to live your life as the new you, starting today, and not what you are currently. Now, you are basically a programmable computer, and to unlock your true potential, you should start using the techniques I outline in this video, and I will be outlining them today. You can start today. Now, your DNA is an antenna to the universe. You are much more than you think. So, you might be saying, what the hell has my DNA got to do with all of this? Well, it's got everything to do with it. Okay, let's just go to here, DNA. Okay, press that. Now, your DNA is basically made up of 4 letters. Okay, and everyone's DNA is completely different. Now, if you start doing some research about DNA, what you're going to find out is that, as I mentioned, there's 4 letters, and all of those 4 letters are rearranged in basically different strings. And if you actually wanted to write your own DNA, you'd have to be working, for 8 hours a day for 50 years. That's how complex it is. Another thing I want to talk to you about is, and I did write a book about this, your DNA, it's not important, but I just want to tell you, your DNA was changed 200,000 years ago, and that's pretty much proven. But, like mainstream scientific people don't want to talk about it. Another thing I want to mention is the Hadron Collider. You've got some lunatics just smashing particles together, and that's basically, got nothing to do with the price of eggs. It's just a bunch of, basically overeducated people smashing, particles together. They've made no contributions to humanity that I can see. And in actual fact, this video is making more of a contribution than those clowns are. And what they're basically doing, it's a meal ticket for them. Okay, it's a meal ticket. They're probably running around eating expensive patisserie products, drinking expensive coffee, having a good old time, saying, "Oh, this patisserie, I really like the, vanilla flavor in it." Like, these guys are just a waste of space, and forget about them. They're not making any contributions to humanity. Now, inside your DNA, okay, so I've mentioned that your DNA was changed a couple of 100,000 years ago, and that's pretty much proven. And also within your DNA, there is a message stored, and that's pretty much proven and documented. You can research it, and it basically, whoever or whatever put your DNA together, it basically said that, I created it, I'm the God that created it. Now, whether or not that's the God you believe in or whatever, it's completely up to you. It might have been a pack of aliens that changed it 200,000 years ago. Like, who knows? But it was all deliberate. Now, your DNA is an antenna. It's an antenna to the universe, okay? You can listen to all these clowns, and they might or mightn't tell you, but I'm telling you the way it is. Okay, so we've got that out of the way. And also, another thing about your DNA antenna the functionality of it, it basically sends and receives. Now, for it to send and receive successfully, you have to get rid of, well, okay, let's just get into this. We'll talk about it here. Okay, this is a book I wrote, okay, about, the steps that you've got to take. Oh no, this is not the book. The book's here, okay. Now look, let's just get into this. These are the steps, and you can start this now, okay? Now you need to forgive everyone in your life, which I mentioned earlier, that has caused you heartbreak, and start to love everything and everyone, okay? Now I've told you about that. You don't want to like, you want to love, okay? Also, throw the past in the bin trash like it never existed. So starting today, just forget thinking about all the shit in your past, right? Just forget about it. Just completely forget about it, okay? It never existed. That's the way you've got to start looking at it. And if there's any toxicity in your life, you've got friends that are upsetting you or whatever, just ditch them, get rid of them, tell them to get lost. Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want excess luggage like that in your life. And and to run around forgiving everyone is not going to be an easy task. And telling all these people that, are giving you toxicity in your life to basically get lost, is not going to be easy. And if they don't want to get lost, just start a new life. Just get away from all that shit. Number two, you need to plant the ambition seed in your head. Now, I don't know what your ambition seed is. You might want to win the lottery. A lot of people want to manifest winning the lottery. So, okay, you want to, so that's the seed you plant. You might want to be a successful author. Well, that's the seed you want to plant in your head. Now, okay, now once you've done that, let's say you want to be a famous author. Okay, I need to write and publish. You would need to write and publish books and experiment with keywords so people can see your books and purchase them. So you've done steps 1 and 2, and now you're doing that. Or if you want to win the lottery, you start purchasing tickets on a regular basis. You know, if you want to be a famous singer, well, guess what? Start practicing. Put your name down to, enter a few competitions. You know, if you've got if you've got cancer, you know, you know, you've planted the seed in your head that you basically want to. What I'm trying to tell you is this can be used for healing as well, okay, and it can be used for healing others. uh, I personally believe that I have healed others in the past. uh, I don't want to go into that. It's very interesting, and I might make a video about that. So as I mentioned, you should subscribe because I might do something about it. um, The actual case was documented by a journal. They called it it was basically a miracle. Okay, and I might I might do a video about that. Okay, but anyway, you also need to listen to 432 hertz or 528 hertz music. Okay, and when you're listening to it, you need to see yourself as successful. Okay, or okay, you you need to actually see yourself as successful. You, by see yourself or visualize yourself as successful. You don't want to be thinking, I want to be successful. You need to see yourself as successful, visualize it, and you need to see yourself walking around after you win the lottery or you become a famous author. You need to smell the smells you would smell, taste the foods you would be eating, etc. You've got to really live it, right? Okay, and you need to let go of the past on top of visualizing the new you and live your life as the new you. So basically you've just got to you've just got to throw the past in the bin and forget about it, dump it. Yeah, start living your life as all these as if these fantastic things have already happened. You've got to visualize it, night and day. Basically, it's got to become an obsession, and it's got to be done with compassion in your heart. Okay, compassion and love. Okay, very, very important. Okay, and as mentioned, you did now. Okay, something else. Uh, yeah, well, I basically said you need to see. Now, another good idea is you should listen to 432 hertz or 528 hertz before you go to bed. You can easily, um, you know, search for those two frequencies on YouTube and, play them all night. And before you go to sleep, you basically turn them on, and then, you start this visualization process, and, well, in your head, you should already be believing, like that you are the new you, and, and visualizing it, as if it's an obsession. Yeah, you've got to break the chains of the past, and if you don't, this is basically not going to work. Okay, and you can use your phone to listen to, these two frequencies. Okay, now there's not much more I need to tell you, but what I will tell you again is that you need to subscribe, and, I'm going to put more. I'm going to put more videos out about this, and I might go into some of the details of the reasoning behind why you've got to do what I tell you. You know, it's pretty interesting stuff. Okay, so let's leave it at that for the moment, and, get on with the job, guys. Start doing what I've told you, and that's it for now. Okay, bye.